Okay, in this video we continue to figure out how to get some information about payroll. So I'm going to reset the system date to the date we need, which is March. Okay, and then maintain a list, employee and payroll, and then employee. And remember, we had that list and we wanted some information. In this case, for Stone Harbor, I want to know what does rate used to bill customer in the pay info tab in the maintain employee and sales reps window means. So I already explained that the rate used to bill customer is when an employee works for customer, and so in the employee master file under the pay tab info, you have the employee rate in which is paid, but also you have a rate bill to customer. So the hour that he works for the company to the customer side, it's going to be billed at the same time to the customer at a higher rate. So this question is also asked, so what does it mean? We just answer. But also, which employee has the highest rate? So you go here in the list of employee, and the setting will customize some of the field that we have about employee, and one of them, it says here hourly salary billing rate. So you add that and you say okay. Now you see here you have all the bill rate. So it asks which employee has the highest. You can say that this one has a 50, so Roland said has the highest rate. So every hours that he work, it's paying the customer, the company bill the customer 50. Okay, so that's one info. So now we also ask to look for when a certain employee has been hired. So we go to the employee master file. So employee and payroll navigation center, we know above the horizontal line it's the master file. So here's the employee view and edit. You want to see for specific customer, specific employee, this case Mike Hayes. So you look, here's Mike Hayes, you highlight, you double click, and then it will get you to his so remember here's that inactive, that's the field. Alright, so when is the hire date? It will be under the additional info tab, and you have here hire date November 8th 2011. That's when my case were hired. Then the question was, what is the difference between the withholding information? What is the difference in the information in the employee field tab and the company field tab? So withholding information, that's the employee field tab. Those are the withholding that you would have the employee gross net, and then in this case if there is allowance, it will be deducted. If there is special allowance for children or for alimony, so forth, then it will be deducted from the gross pay of the employee. So that's about the withholding from tab. It's about the employee. The company or the employee field here, you have the different withholding, the account, and you have also the federal income that's withheld from the company, from the employee, the social security, military, and state. Company field is the withholding that the employer the payroll tax expense for the employer. So the employer also pays Social Security for you, Medicare, um, federal unemployment tax, state unemployment tax. So that's the difference. One is the withholding info is what's withheld from the employee. The company is the what your employer would pay as a different tax on your behalf. Okay, now I'm going to, there was another question about to provide monthly payroll summary for Stone Harbor Landscaping by month to see the gross pay salary, the gross pay hourly, the regular hours, and overtime hours. So you go to report and form payroll, and you look at it on the payroll register. Okay, so payroll register here, employee paycheck information for the selected date when showing hours, which we want hours. We want hours for hourly and salary, deduction and paycheck amount. Okay, let's double click. It comes as that, but we want for each month, and it says we want the summary only. So we know how to customize. We go to option, and let's take just the months of March, and then we will look at months of February and January as well. But you want to make sure you check by the date, okay? And you click here, show only total. We want the summary, correct? And we say okay. So here's how we read that report, the payroll register. You have the summary total because we click on that field, and here you have for March. For the salary type, you look at the row salary pay amount is the gross pay for 8,000, okay? And for the regular, it's like for the hourly, it will be here it's the hours. It's for the regular, it's regular hours is 450. And overtime here, overtime is 6 hours. So you put that in the column of the regular hours for March is 450, the overtime hours for the hourly, it's 6 hours overtime. You sum those two, 6,585 plus 152, it will be a gross pay of the total of the hourly plus overtime, correct? It will be 6,737. So that answer for the March period. Alright, that's how you do that. And then you go change for the month of February. And February, same thing. And for the month of February, you would have for the salary people, the total is 16,118, and for the hourly there is no overtime. The number of hours is 868, zero overtime, and a total of 12,668. For January, we're doing the change. January here. And so that's how you fed the show the total, make sure that happened. So for January you have 6,118. For the hourly it's 12,511. For the number of hours 858, there was no overtime. Okay, so those are ways to get some info.